Welcome back to Stanley Parable. Already fails to make me laugh, but it thanks me for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. It's kind of bizarre. A lot of people don't take the steps seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 o'clock and call it a day. But you're actually taking time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience and you're paying attention. I didn't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favourite time. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want, even if it's not correct. The correct time, you've earned it. Alright, let's get you back to the video game now. Is that the narrator or is that the developer? I wonder.
This is the story.
I've already gone through all this. Welcome back. Oh, shorter.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Get your first trophy.
Stanley
Oh, have I not got a trophy yet?
He had simply missed a memo.
Right, what do we want to do this time? Do we want to go for the actual... Yeah, let's go for the actual thing. And then fuck everything up. Actually, no, to be fair. So many different avenues you can take. Tips are not getting fired. Talk less, do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other co-workers. Resent co-workers for not supporting you, no. Summarize core value expenditures. Yeah, no, fuck off. Can't be asked. What's that? Broom closet. I'll go in broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
No, I want to go downstairs.
To his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility.
Didn't I do this last time?
Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy,
for
why had he
fuck's
taken
sake.
that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Oh, fuck.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
I can't go back. Can I go back? No, I cannot go back. Can I go back? No, the door closes behind me. Is there a split second where I could potentially go back through the door after... No, it closes it quick.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yes, because you're not changing the rooms, dickhead.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled.
Oh, I've done this before. I did this in a previous episode.
Stanley felt to have finally found an answer.
Fuck's sake.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job.
Can I just...
I may as well enjoy this while
Dude.
So,
Dude.
himself flying.
I can crouch. Since when could I crouch?
Then he
Wait.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field. And it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself.
It's getting old now, boy.
Who found it particularly
old.
strange. I'm dreaming
Just
about a voice
fucking...
describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice...
Alright, I get it. I shouldn't have fucking done this. No, I hadn't done this last time. I don't think I did this last time. I think I did something similar. I don't think I did this. I did get to a point where I suddenly became taller than a fucking door. I don't know how to replicate that. I didn't even realise you could fucking crouch.
After all,
Oh,
was
for
so
fuck's
beyond a
sake,
doubt that this
dude.
was
Just
in
give it a
fact
rest.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let
Oh,
me
you can
wake
still
up,
move.
he thought to himself. I'm through with this
There
dream.
is a filter
I wish
there.
it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my
I'm still...
job.
Oh, so there's a
All
shader.
I want is my
So there's a
life
shader in
suffered
front
the
and you're
ways
still
it
actually
was
moving
written.
around the map. So with muscle
My
memory, if
life
I
was
manage to do
normal.
it, even though I'm
I
probably going to
am
wake
normal.
up and then I'm just going to be in front of a
Everything will
wall
be
or a
fine.
car or something. Unless he
I
reloads me.
am okay.
Is he going to reload me? Am I going to get reload? Nope. Oh, I made it quite far, actually.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She
What?
arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
So I'd obviously gone out into the street. I'd left the office building. Or I got stuck in a loop.
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She
10 minutes.
time for this,
Enough.
so
10 minutes.
only a moment that she
I mean,
stood there,
it probably isn't.
staring down at the body.
It says 7 minutes,
And then she
54,
turned
55, 56, yeah. Breaking the fourth wall here with my fucking Streamlabs on the go. Fucking... Why was that even there? Okay,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
okay, so that's one
Stanley
pathway
decided
I'm
to
never
go to
ever
the
ever
meeting
doing
room.
fucking
Perhaps he had
again.
simply missed a
I know
memo.
that all the doors open because at one point, because I completely made a mess of everything in here.
When Stanley came to the set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yep, came to the door on his left. I'm just gonna go up the stairs this time. No real...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Go up to the boss's office.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Can I open any of these doors? No. Right. Executive bathroom. Because the boss knows what the boss says goes. If the boss suffered losses, and then that's... boss chose. Hang on. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the bosses suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Right, I read that properly this time. That completely fucked me up and confiddled with my brain. I'm assuming you can open this door too. Yep. I'm assuming you can get in this here elevator. I think. Right. Oh, yes you can. Yes you can. Oh, you can go down. Or could I go up? Oh, I could. I just chose not to. Right, hold on. Went up. This is where I guess although it doesn't actually do anything. The narrator hasn't spoken to me in a while, so... Is this going to be one of those pointless elevators? And the point of this elevator is what? Exactly. So I can't even go down. But it's meant to feel like I'm in an elevator, when in actuality, I'm still in the boss's office. Fuck's sake.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And
Looks
so
like
the
I'm doing
boss
a
had
legit way
assigned
this
an
time.
extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Oh yeah, because
Of
if you
course,
remember the...
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random
2845, I'll
buttons on
remember
the
that for the
keypad,
next one.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
If I interrupt
Stepped
him,
into
he
a
actually
newly
says
opened
something.
passageway.
Uh-huh. Okay. Do I just go down? I go back up? How far down am I going? Oh, no, I'm loading to a whole new fucking
Descending
area.
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It
So I could
was
have
the
done that in the
stirring
actual
of
elevator, but it
emotion,
decided just to
as
go
though he
through all
felt
this
more
bollocks with
free
me
to
instead.
think for himself, to question the
Right.
nature of his job. Why did
Sake.
he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Aha!
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Bye.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. Nope, still on board with death?
If I can... How many fucking voice responses I can get? I can't even sprint, which is kind of annoying. Can't do anything. I mean, there's
The
no...
door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I'm not going to die. I'm not going to be faced with death. Surely fucking not. Oh. See? Fine.
As
Oh,
the
it's...
machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he
What the
reflected
fuck?
that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story. Trapped forever in his narrow vision,
I can't
of what
jump
this
or do
really
anything, you
is.
fuck.
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Not gonna really close in on me.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed
Am I?
every bone in
I
his
feel like
body,
I'm still
killing
alive.
him instantly.
Hello? See? Oh, what's this way? Wait, what?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
This
Do you
layout.
see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
The office. Button sounds. Okay. Set $2 was the very first concrete piece of Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game was submerged as an extension of it, an explanation of contradiction this room posed. Oh. Okay. Filing cabinets. Facing this corridor with portals to get right, the corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches two doors in good time. Office computers. One playing solitaire, one installing, and one with a database on it. What's this way? A museum. Office clock. How have I ended up in a museum? A lounge? An early version of the underground portion of the game. Narration outtakes. Kevin Brighton, the voice of Renata, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These clips from early takes were not used in the final game.
Now then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be in the story. Stanley stood on the snow.
Doesn't even give me any narration. Oh, give me any subtitles, sorry. For some reason I keep thinking this is like fucking Mortuary Assistant, where you just hold the trigger and go fucking full send it. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of freedom ending in the game's alpha. Ooh. Okay. So, game design mockup. The different variations of my office. Could you tell me what the significance of 1112800 is? Well, the thing I wanted to know is what you do with Stanley and any other rooms. Narrator emails. After the second training we asked people to email the narrator questions while we had initially planned to use these for further promotional materials. We never handled work in its selection. Oh, okay. So, right. Right, I see. Okay. Ow. Okay. This game came out in 2013. Surely fucking not. Surely not. Oh, no, no, that's not the room I needed. It was this one, which is the exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Oh.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No, it's all black at the moment, I think.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Oh.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I'm not turning off my PlayStation in the middle of a recording. Are you mad?
All of his co-workers were
Okay.
What could it mean?
Okay, I'm
Stanley
back to
decided
the
to go
beginning.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right. Okay, I need to... New content? Surely I haven't explored everything. Surely I haven't explored everything. I haven't got the bucket ending. I know how
Stanley came to a set
good
of two
old
open doors. This was
Jacksepticeye
not the direct way
loved
to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
his,
Perhaps
you
he
know,
wanted to
fucking
stop by
bucket.
the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ah, shit. Okay. Oh,
Yet there was not a
fuck.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
28.
Stepping
Oh,
into his
2845.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to
2,
discover not an
8,
indication of any human life. What could it mean?
4,
Stanley wondered aloud
5.
to nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
No, I'm... Fuck.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
No, I don't... Oh, there's no way you can get out. You have to go down. Play the ending for what it is. I think I've avoided going through it the normal way just fucking once. Once too many times. It's fine.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, because there's a platform somewhere up there.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with
There.
television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Well, you should never attempt to... I don't even know what that says.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature
Oh, the
revealed.
observation
Each
protocol.
bore the number of an employee in the building.
But there's
Stanley's
no...
coworkers. The lives of
There's
so
no
many
employees.
individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
One of them's fucking broken.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been
Oh, there we
manipulated
go.
to accept
Don't know where this
him
leads
right
exactly. I'm assuming this leads to fucking freedom.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone
Yeah, that one's
else's
broken.
control?
I thought it was. It
Never.
didn't look like it was.
Unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content.
How do I go from
Walking,
here then?
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from
You know what,
this
there's something that always weirds me
And
out
as the
of
cold
these kind of
reality was
games.
past-
I'm just gonna fucking pause it for a minute. There is a thing. Can't remember the name of the word for it, and I'll try and. I don't even know how to explain it. You know when you see something big upon the horizon in such a small space? Like,
began to sink in.
when you see the fact
Stanley
that
decided
these
that this machinery would never again
Earth,
exert its
like,
terrible
what is
power
it?
over another
Awaiting
human life.
input, and you
For
can
he
already get a
would
sense of how
dismantle
big
the
it's going to
control-
be. Just kind of makes me feel really uneasy, and I don't know what it's called. And if you know, drop a comment. I don't know how to kind of describe it other than that. I get it all the time, like where I live. If I walk to the park, I can just see a big Tesco sign. It looks really ominous, but I know there's another word for it. That ominous is the word I'm using. Like, it just
once and for all.
gives me the heebie-jeebies. Sure, there's another word for it, and I'm guessing I can't start with these tests. No, guess not. Can I go down these ones? Can I go under here? Go in here? Whatever the fuck this is. No. Guessing I'm going straight to the facility power. Yeah, like. I don't know what it's called. Weird.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power.
Yeah,
he
fuck it,
knew
I'll
was
put it
his
on.
duty- Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation.
Ah, shit.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode.
Oh no,
Eliminating
oh no,
any
no, no, no.
technical
Okay,
risks.
okay,
How long
okay.
until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now.
This is a
Shape
good
it
old
to
game
your
of
heart's
chicken.
desires. Oh, this is much better than what
This
I
is
had
a
in mind.
great
Shame we
old
have
game
so
of
little
chicken.
time left to enjoy
Right.
it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious
This is a
moments
good
each one
game of
them
chicken.
is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd
I
like
mean,
to
this is
know
a minute and a
where
half
it
of
is,
people's lives that they're never going to get
A
back,
minute of
and they're
solace
choosing to
before
watch
your
it. So,
visit.
you know, I'm going to go with the fact that I'm just going to sit here
I'll
and
tell
wait
you
for it.
exactly what happened
Go
to
on.
them.
Go on.
I
Yeah.
erased them. I turned off the machine.
Stopped.
Set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
I got a minute. I got a minute left. Come on. Come at me. You're not going to blow this place up. You're going to stop it dead on fucking 0. You're going to stop it on 0.0001.
Watching you try to make sense of it
That's what
again,
you're going to do.
to take
That's
back
what
the
you're going to do.
control
You're not
wrested away
really
from you, it's
going to blow this
quite
place
rich.
up because you're in
It's
control.
fantasy.
And you're in
Go.
control of it. You lose control of
And
it.
I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better.
Come on.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Oh, fucking hell, this is really a game of chicken, isn't it? Is he
Is
just...
it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Yes.
Look at you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons.
No, I'm not clicking on anything.
These colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
Oh,
Here's
so
the spoiler for
5,
you.
4, 3, 2,
That
1, I'm
timer in the
guessing. But
canvas to keep the action moving along.
you know what? I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna let it count down.
Instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you.
Gonna let it count down.
To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
Yep, and you're not gonna let it blow up.
That's fine.
You don't scare me.
Destroy it first.
You don't scare me at all. See? You got 30 seconds left.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
Go on.
30 seconds until a big boom.
Go on.
Nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
Oh, headbang to this rock music playing through.
Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make
Go
it
on.
count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the journey.
Yeah, no.
And believe me,
You won't,
I
because you
will
lose
fight
everything.
every
Or
second
I
of it.
might
Never to
be
lie.
totally wrong and I get made look like a complete dickhead.
I say, happily ever after.
Probably just been made to look like a complete dickhead and I could just clicked off. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck's sake.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
Could have got to the freedom ending.
Stanley decided to go to the
I
meeting.
should have just turned it off when I had the chance. I'm gonna wait for the new content.
When Stanley came to a set of
Ah, fuck it.
this was
Tell you
not
what.
the correct way to the meeting
We'll do
room,
the
and
proper
Stanley
ending at some point.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by
I just have way too much fun trying to figure out every single way to disobey the narrator's fucking
yes,
story.
this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'll take the first open. Nope, fuck you.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Right, I've already done that door quite a few times. You can't physically get down there.
I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please.
I don't know if I've actually done this bit yet. Well, I've done.
I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for... This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Oh, I might have done. I can't actually remember these days.
To let her
I remember
back
I
into
played
your
it quite a
life.
while ago. Right.
She's been waiting.
What's the fucking...
That's her, Stanley. You need...
What the
Hey,
f...
is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here,
Jesus.
Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Nah, fuck you.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Another apartment. Really? Really? This is the extent we're playing? Okay, cool. That's fine. I can't even...
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press up on your controller. Down. Up. Near.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder
that's my
of the
TV.
inconsequential
Okay.
nature of his existence.
What the fuck am I doing in here?
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to
I
do.
can't disobey
Now
you in
he's
this
pushing a
instance.
button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home.
Oh,
Now he's coming
I
back
was
to
fucking
work.
around with the camera.
One might even feel sorry for him. It's
Oh,
so he's chosen
fucking
this
give it
life.
a rest. Let me out. No, 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 no. Press every other fucking button.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Well,
Fantastic
this is certainly all
discoveries
interesting,
around the
and
land
I don't really
of
give a
wonders.
shit.
And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that
Game
none
makes
of it would ever happen to him.
So the game is intended to do one of two things. It's meant to fuck you off because you force yourself into these long-old scenarios where you don't actually do anything. The more you piss off the narrator, the more he'll make things harder for you. But at the same time, it's deliberate thing. I really like it. I really like that concept where you literally just sit there, you're kind of stuck for fucking 5 minutes trying to. You're like, oh, I've pushed it too far. I've learnt my lesson. No, you haven't, because you end up doing it again. It's a cycle. It's such a cycle thing. Like, you end up trying to find every other way that you can basically break the game.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
What do you
First, he
mean?
imagined that one
Watch
day while at
TV.
work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
When the narrator completely removes the choice and there's nothing you can fucking do, there's no breaking out, there's no nothing.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many
You're an actual asshole.
and destinations.
This is
Down
probably
in
one of the
one
most
part,
asshole
there
things I
was
think
a
you could have
powerful
done
room
in this game.
with monitors
Do
for
this.
mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, never the end.
Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is
What
pushing
the
the
fuck?
same buttons he always has. Nothing has
I
changed.
was looking up.
The longer he spends here, the more
Did he,
invested he
I love
gets,
how it does
the
that.
more
Just
he forgets which life is the real one.
fuck.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That
Come on,
in this world,
just
he can
let me
never
out,
be anything but an
please. I'm
observer. That
sorry.
as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
I'm not even
Efficiently.
paying
But
attention
stop.
to what the
Hey,
narrator's
what's
telling
this?
me. I
Stanley,
just can't be
next time someone
fucked.
asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Fuck
See?
you.
Can he just not hear me?
This
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand
See?
that every
is
second
an
he
addiction.
remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What the fuck?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
I should have just pressed the button, to be fair. Should have just pressed the button.
When Stanley came to a set of
No.
this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You don't jump from the coglev woes in machine.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is,
While it's in motion.
about nothing but you all this time. There's
The
someone
thing
you've
is,
been neglecting,
I
Stanley.
swear you can get
Someone
down
you've
there.
forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking.
Of course I'm going to make
you,
every decision by myself.
this is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your word
Can I-
aside.
Can I do it now? It's on the other side.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and
Nope,
plunged to his
never mind.
death.
There is
Good
no
Lord,
physical way of getting
Stanley,
down there,
everyone
apparently.
thinks you are very
Even though that looks like freedom, because there's shining light at the end of the fucking thing. Okay, fine. Alright, fine.
Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee.
I tried
lounge
to
first,
do the
just
correct
to
ending. I
admire
pressed the wrong fucking button, and it seemed like too much of a
this
fucking
incredible room,
arse
Stanley
ache to
took
go all the way back.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Kinda wanna find this fucking bucket.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't
And this is
fired
one of the
years
ones I'm not gonna really look up to find out unless I
ago.
literally
I think perhaps
run
we've
out
gotten
of
off on
every
the wrong
option.
foot here.
I would wonder if there's a map of like every
realize
different
that investing
decision
your
you
trust
make in this
someone else
game
can
and
be
how it
difficult,
correlates.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Yes, I'm
Someone
fully
you've
aware of
forgotten
that.
about.
I am
Please,
fully aware of
stop
that.
trying to make every decision by yourself.
I'm gonna make every decision by myself.
And this is it, Stanley.
I'm just gonna keep
Your
walking.
chance to
Maybe I can go
redeem
this way.
yourself, to put your
No.
work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh shit.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another,
No, because I know you're not real.
pick up the phone. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Oh.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
That's bullshit.
Your
That's a
picking up
crock
the
of
phone
shit.
is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
No, of course I
Well,
didn't
won't let
grasp
that
the
kind of
severity of
loss
the
on my watch.
situation. I'm just
I'm going to
walking
stop
around
the
in
game
the
for a
complete
moment
opposite
so
way
I
to
can
the way the
educate you
lights
properly on
swinging.
safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful
No,
video.
fuck right off. Are you gonna try and lecture
Choice.
me?
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine
Am
that
I
eliminates
actually
food
being
shortages
lectured on
across the world
choices
to
right
make
now?
life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an
Great, so I've got to
excuse why you
decide whether I've
cannot
got to play
continue
this
talking.
like a real
Turn to a
person
partner and
still, or I've got
practice
to play this
saying,
like
"My
Stanley.
goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Practice.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
Fuck's
Most medical
sake.
professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less?
Impulsively, I was like,
Finally,
I don't want to
you
hear
begin
the
to
fucking
wonder if your
telephone ring.
choices
Why don't
are
I just try and
actually
unplug it?
meaningful, and whether you'll ever
I didn't
make a
realise it was going to
significant
trigger a whole
contribution to
fucking
the
segment.
world. Just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space,
But I wonder
your
how many
thoughts and
people that have
problems
played
are
this have
materially
actually gone to the
insignificant,
extent
and
to
the feeling
unplug
should
that.
subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back.
What the
You may have noticed
fuck?
that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Yes.
Not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way,
Not on your
please.
fucking life. Gonna right. You cheeky bastard.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
So
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
fucking knew there was a way to get that.
It
Oh,
seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I thought it was gonna go down. For fuck's sake. Have you've literally made it nigh on impossible, yeah? Literally made it nigh on impossible. Because there's no jumping either. Fuck. Hey. Fuck. Okay.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Right.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story
Yeah,
first.
but no.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Wait. I mean, hurry back in the other direction. Really? Oh, I could do it wrong at every turn. And then have to do it right. He's gonna make me do it right anyway. So I can't do through that anymore. Sake. Right. Okay.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that?
Can I get that way? Can I go up that way?
I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
You had to. I don't think that worked. Oh, God.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Oh, my fucking fault. I did was unplug a phone. I didn't realise it was going to collapse reality.
Upon you how important it was to be like Stanley. He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Oh, fuck off.
My story.
Oh, I'm behaving like a
If you'd just
child.
gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It
Ow,
would have been
spoilers.
so
Haven't even got
perfect.
to that
I worked
ending
so
yet.
hard on it. I tried so hard to make it behave exactly as Stanley
He's trying this shit again.
would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
He's going to block
Just
off that
follow
door,
me
isn't he?
and you'll be fine. All right.
Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting
Wait,
the
does it
story
literally
first.
prevent me
I'm
from
quite
doing
sure
this
you'll be
now?
up
And
to
I
the
have
task.
to...
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came
Huh?
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh. Doesn't even give me a prompt for it now.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
What happens if I...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, walk back.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Alright, fine.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means
I-
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
You
Wave of disbelief,
fucking
Stanley
prick.
decided to go up to his boss's office,
Really?
hoping he might come into a
This is
staircase.
the extent
Stanley
we've
walked
gone to
upstairs
try and
his
get me to
boss's
fucking
office.
behave. You've literally blocked up everything. Oh, that's quite funny. Wait, what the f...
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover
What the fuck?
not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way
Wait,
to
it's
find
getting me
out.
to speak into the
Stanley had
mic.
been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
Night Shark
Draw a
115.
sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
I
He
wait,
spoke it
wait,
into the
hold on.
receiver
Hold on, hold
right
on,
down
hold
the
on.
wall.
Hold on. Yep, mute, no, just mic level. No, it is working. Night Shark 115. No, I didn't mishear you.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial
Night
step.
Shark 115.
Okay, fine.
Wait,
You're not
no.
gonna do it,
Oh, you
but you know what?
dickhead.
It's
It
pretty
doesn't
humiliating to bring you
work.
this far, only
Fuck
for
you.
to suddenly
I've just been
decide you
stood
have
there
better things to
speaking
do.
like a fucking
I
idiot. I
asked
just
you for
realised
this
my
one
thing is
single
starting to go a
thing,
bit
your
dim.
respect. The kind of respect
I've been
Stanley
playing
showed
this for an
for his
hour and
choices.
it's
He
slowly
knows what it
starting to
means
become
to
night
take the
time.
story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Wait, what?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh no.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
The end.
Stanley, please. I need you to make a
Oh.
choice. I need you to walk through the door.
Oh my god. What?
Listen to me. Can you hear me?
What the fuck?
Stanley, this is important.
I couldn't speak. It didn't give me the option to speak. I didn't realise he actually had a player model though. I didn't realise he had a face.
They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything.
I
This is more important.
got a certain
than you
ending.
know.
That's for sure.
I need this. The story needs it.
Otherwise the credits went wrong.
So,
Based on the work of Stanley Parable 2013,
are you
written and
there?
designed by
Are you
Danny.
listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
I don't think he realises it's put me on the outside.
To make sure your choice is correct, that is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right
Why does
thing
it
to
stop the
do.
credits?
Take as much time as you
Why does it
want.
stop the credits? Oh. Okay. I assume everything's back to normal now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
It
mean?
looks like
Stanley
it.
decided to go to the meeting
Looks
room.
like everything's
Perhaps
gone
he had
back to
simply missed
normal.
a memo. When Stanley came to
Okay,
a
it's
set of
not.
two open doors, he entered the
It's
door
not
on his
fucked
left.
up.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Okay.
employee lounge first, just to
Okay.
admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get
I'll
back
just
to
do it
business,
normally, just one
Stanley
more
took the
time.
first open
One more
door on
time,
his
we'll do it
left.
normally. Rush through it.
So he detoured through
End the
visitor
video.
section, walked straight ahead
Even
to
though
the
I
opposite door,
felt like
and
it
got back on
probably
track.
won't.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that again. That just caught me in a fucking loop.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey,
Fuck.
look, it's a new
Okay.
passageway. Kill some leads.
Alright. Is this literally the extent it gets to when you fucked with it too many times and you go to do the normal ending and he's like, I just can't be asked anymore. Just do whatever the fuck you want. Just so long as you do the story for once, just once.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Does
What horrible
get a
secret
little
did
bit
this
too
place
tedious
hold?
at times.
Stanley thought to himself.
It's enjoyable,
Yet
but
he had the
tedious. It's
strength
really
to
weird.
find out.
Tediously enjoyable, that thing. I can't believe I was recording this video that long that I didn't realise that it started just gradually getting darker on my face cam.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them,
Okay.
eternally monitored in this place.
Just gonna do the normal freedom ending just the fucking once, just to say that I've done it. I'm sure there's multiple other avenues I can go. As I say, I want to see a tree. I want to see a fucking tree and see how it branches off, depending on what. There's like so many different endings.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly. No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it?
This game does suck you in though. It's literally like you want to find every different alternative, every different ending.
Blind to the world. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content.
Mind controls idle awaiting input.
Working, all of it
Oh, I just want to turn this fucker off. I'm done.
And as the cold reality of
There
his
we
past
go.
began to sink in,
Assuming this does
decided that this
nothing.
machinery would
What was music?
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
Why do I
He
feel
had
like it's
defeated
like
the machine.
the whole point of this
Unshackled
is a
himself
social
from someone
experiment,
else's command.
or like an
Freedom
actual
was
experiment
mere
to see
moments away.
how you
Yet,
could control
even
someone
as
to
the
do
immense
certain
doors
things
stood
and how
opened, Stanley
successful mind
reflected on
control
how
actually
many
is.
puzzles still lay unsolved.
You know, like the episode of Rick and
Where
Morty
had
where
his
you go
co-workers
through
gone? How
Morty
had he
plays a
been
whole
freed from the machine's
lifetime in an
grasp?
arcade game. It's
What
kind
other
of
mysteries
that's
did
kind
this
of the
strange
vibe
building
I'm getting
hold?
from.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been
Hurry
to
up and fucking
understand
open so I can run the
to
fuck
let
out
go.
of here.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed.
I don't know what you had to do in order
It
to
was
get the new
perhaps
game,
the
new
only
content to
thing worth
unlock. I'm
knowing.
guessing I did something.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Fucking US government
Stanley felt
controlled
a cool
facility.
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
All you wanted from me. No, there you go. You got your ending that you did. Beat the game. There we go. There we go. You did it. I did it for you. That was stressful. It was fun, but it was really stressful. I broke it too many times. I ended up outside of Stanley, just fucking watching him. I didn't realise he had a whole face scan or anything either. Or face rendering model. But, if you enjoy content like this and want to see more of it, I'm going to play this again. Don't know how many more times I'm going to put myself through this, because it's not any fun, but it's such a weird experience you get from this. Please like, subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification button to be alerted to new videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Farewell. But just before I go, I want to give a shout out to these two amazing people right here. Sarah Barrow 3, I've been following her community and her Twitch streams for a good few months now, and the community has welcomed me in with open arms as I try and improve my content for you guys. So go and check her out. She's on Twitch, she has her own Discord channel, and she's got TikTok. Tears of Grace is actually the man that inspired me to start making my videos with broken builds. So if you're into a little bit of madness and a good old laugh, go and check him out as well.